Hello, my name is Emma, and today I am starting Queen of Air and Darkness by Cassandra Clare. Yesterday was the release date of Queen of Air and Darkness, and I had an amazing time at Cassie's New York City signing. Yesterday was so fun and amazing, but also hectic, so I wasn't able to start Queen of Air and Darkness the second I got it, but today I am now 86 pages in. Honestly, not a ton of thoughts yet. This is only like 1/10 of the book, to be honest. What I will say is that I feel like I have already read so much of these 86 pages. I read every single snippet that was shared before the release of Queen of Air and Darkness, and I feel like the majority of them do take place in the very beginning. There's only like a few scenes that felt very new to me. Also, it is so sad. The entirety of these first 86 pages I have read are consumed by sadness and grief and almost hopelessness. And it's like very, very emotionally heavy to read, but it's being explored beautifully in my opinion, and I'm really excited to read more. I've seen a ton of people online saying like I'm only on chapter 3 and I've already cried so much, and I haven't cried yet, but there was one moment where like my whole body was consumed by chills, and I just like had to take a step back for a minute and take a few deep breaths because it was just a really impactful scene. And so I'm expecting many, many more to come. I am like smack dab in the middle of the final semester, and I'm also going away at the end of this week. I don't know why Queen of Air and Darkness decided to come at the most inconvenient time for me, but I'm going to be trying my very best to read as much as I can. Today I have an appointment with the gastroenterologist to hopefully find out what has been wrong with me for the last 2 weeks, and I'm sure I will be waiting in the waiting room for quite some time, so I will be able to hopefully get more of Queen of Air and Darkness done. My tripod is currently attached to my sink, so I'm really hopeful that my camera doesn't fall. It is later the first day, and I was able to read more of Queen of Air and Darkness in between like the drive to my doctor's appointment, and while I was waiting there. I'm on page 135 right now. I will say, out of Lady Midnight and Lord of Shadows, Queen of Air and Darkness does get into the plot the quickest out of the three of them. We have an established mission for Emma and Julian. We get some answers about Jason Clary, and there already has been one moment where I'm like genuinely shocked at the direction where Cassie decided to take things. Like, I never would have expected this in a million years, and I'm really surprised at both of the characters that are involved in this one decision that was made. I can't wait to dive in my spoilery discussion when I post it or when I finish the book and then film it. But I am loving Queen of Air and Darkness today, and I decided that I wanted to take a nice little bubble bath and read some more because it is hecka cold out and I want to find an excuse to read more Queen of Air and Darkness. I'm trying a new tea tonight, which is really exciting. This is a toasty almond black tea. I forget the brand, but I don't normally try new teas unless Natalia is with me because I am like a strictly plain black tea kind of girl. So adding some almond flavors in there that's not just almond milk, really, really good. It's delicious. I'm excited to drink it in this adorable little Christmas mug that I have. I'm going to lay in the bath and read, and I'm really pumped. I did absolutely nothing with my night. I could have been reading Queen of Air and Darkness, but no, I wanted to scroll on Facebook and watch videos I don't care about for hours. I also could have done homework, but let's be real, I'm in Queen of Air and Darkness mode. I will think about homework tomorrow. I did do one thing tonight, and that was finish decorating my bookshelf for Christmas. And because I decorated for Halloween and I didn't get a single comment complimenting my decorations, I'm going to shove my decorations in your face, so you have to acknowledge them. So this is the full view, and honestly from a distance it doesn't look that different other than the tinsel. But I have these cute stockings that spell out books that I got at Target last year, which I absolutely love. I also have this little music thingamabobber. You twist it and it plays music. And it has Santa with a little girl on his lap that my mom has, and I totally stole it from her. I have a tree. I have a little block that says Mary. I got another tree. I have a snow globe that has snowmen, or like actually a snow family in it. What do you know? Another Christmas tree. Then I have this tree made out of ornaments and basically everything I just showed except for the Christmas wish music thingamabobber is from Michaels. And I get that you don't notice them as much in my videos because the size of the ornaments are pretty close to the globe lights that I have, but I have placed some cute Christmas colored ornaments all around the first few layers of my bookshelf, which I love. This bookshelf is nowhere near as festive because I just don't film in front of it a lot, but I do have one tree and two tree that are probably from my mom as well, and I have this nutcracker that I think is actually from my grandfather. I have this little ceramic Santa Claus, which is actually a part of a set, but I only wanted the Santa for my bookshelf. And I have this Merry Christmas sign that I also got at Michael's last year. So now you have gotten the Christmas bookshelf tour, which I love. I just love decorating for Christmas. This is my second year doing it, and I did Halloween, which I also really enjoyed. But now I am definitely just going to go read Lady Midnight. Oh my god, this is not a Lady Midnight vlog. This is Queen of Air and Darkness. I'm gonna go read Queen of Air and Darkness and make some progress. And that's probably all I'm going to do for tonight. And I'm super happy about it. So my mom and I have been watching Elle for maybe like 45 minutes, and I've been trying to leave for at least 30, but every time I get up, she just wants making me say, no, I have to go read Queen of Air and Darkness. Mom, it's been 45 minutes. Oh, well, it's 9:49. It's time for me to go read Queen of Air and Darkness.
Why don't you wait till 10 o'clock?
Because I waited 45 minutes. Say goodnight to the vlog.
Good night, vlog. But come here.
I just have to stop and say, oh my god. I have not even finished reading the scene. Like, I read a line and I had to take a moment, and now I'm getting emotional. Oh my god, I have to turn this off. Okay, I'm back. Alright, so I've noticed Cassie Clare does this thing with each of her conclusions. It happened in City of Glass, which was supposed to be the end of the Mortal Instruments series. It happened in Clockwork Princess. It happened in City of Heavenly Fire. And now it has happened in A Queen of Air and Darkness. Cassie does a great, great job at... oh, how do I say this without spoilers? So there's no way for me to explain this point without spoilers, but I think it's a really cool find and I want to discuss it anyways, so mute until this photo of Queen of Air and Darkness goes away. If you haven't read it, this is the only spoiler-filled part of this video. Basically, in every Cassie Clare conclusion thus far, a character dies at the beginning of the story. In City of Glass, we have Madeline. In Clockwork Princess, we have Jessamine. In City of Heavenly Fire, we have Jordan. And in Queen of Air and Darkness, we have Dane Larkspear. Now, I don't know if this is something that Cassie does intentionally, if this is like a conscious part of her writing formula, or if it's just something that happened to occur in all 4 conclusions that she's written. But nonetheless, I think it's really cool to have this little parallel between all stories. And now for the Last Hours and the Wicked Powers, I'm watching you, Cassie. It is the next morning. A bitch fell asleep while reading. Right now, I'm on page like 236. So I read like a lot yesterday. I was not expecting to get 236 pages out of the way in one day. It's mostly because I'm rejecting all other responsibilities to read Queen of Air and Darkness, but like what else did we expect? I stayed up till 1:30 in the morning reading, which I haven't done in a hot second, and now I'm so tired. You know, yesterday I had this like whole idea that like I would finally start like getting back to normal today, and I was gonna go to the gym and I would start like my normal diet because all I've eaten is carbs because of my stomach. And then my body woke up and was just like, no. Honestly though, if I did magically wake up feeling fine and went to the gym this morning, who asked you? Honestly though, if I did wake up feeling fine, I wouldn't have had time to read this morning, so I guess it's a blessing in disguise. We got like the big reveal that we have been waiting for since Lady Midnight, and personally I'm very satisfied with what information we were just given, but I am a little bit skeptical. I don't doubt it's true, but because it was revealed so early on in the book, I'm like, I have a feeling that Cassie's going to set it up that like this is what the characters are going to be working towards, but it's going to totally change in the end, and I have no idea where things are going to go. But I am so excited to dive back in. So I just want to stop and say I took a few minutes to like really look at the inside cover art, but I just got to the part where Christina actually wears this white dress, and my immediate thought is someone's about to die. If you remember, the Shadowhunter color for Morning is white, and when I saw this jacket in person yesterday or 2 days ago, I was immediately like, oh my god, she's wearing white, someone's gonna die. And now she's putting it on as like they're preparing to go somewhere, and all I can think is, oh my god, someone's literally like right about to die, and I'm not ready. I also have to say, I just audibly screamed not once but twice on the same page. It wasn't a scream of fear, it was like out of satisfaction because I'm so happy this reveal has finally come, and I'm so excited to read more. I am such a dork. I'm such a dork, love that for me.
Tracer. I'm already Tracer. What about Widowmaker? I'm already Widowmaker. I'll be Bastion. Nerf Bastion.
So I have been stressing about the fact that I haven't updated you guys in days, but then I realized like you're watching this all at once, so it doesn't matter how far in between my vlogs are, you're seeing it at the exact same time. I have no idea where I left off on my last update, but I did go to Florida and I spent 4 days at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter with my friends, so I didn't get a chunk of reading done at the amusement park, and that's why I wasn't able to update you guys, but I did read a little bit more on the Plane Both Ways, and then this morning when I woke up I got to read more, so I have so much to update you guys on. Currently I am on page 636 and I'm really close to approaching part 3, which is like the final part. I had a moment this morning while reading where I just realized how close I am to the end of this book, and I honestly was like, I'm gonna put this down now. I don't want to go any further. I really need to like just savor my time finishing this book because I'm so not ready for it to end. I read basically like the entirety of part 2 since I last updated you guys, and oh my gosh. One of the main things that struck me in what I've recently read is just the fact that I read like 2 of the most amazing fight scenes that Cassandra Clare has ever written. It was so visual and well choreographed. It was really easy to see all of the different things that were going on during these battles, and honestly I feel that there was just like a level of intensity to some of these battles that doesn't even compare when it comes to a lot of the other fight scenes that we've read in the Mortal Instruments series. They were just all so suspenseful and amazing. Julian has gone through quite the ringer in this book, and honestly there have been times where he's been really pissing me off with how like inconsiderate he's been to other people, but then I'm also like so feeling for him because he's at like a really crucial point in the story. I've been really enjoying getting to see more of not only Kit and Ty because I'm obsessed with them and I can't wait to read more about them in the Wicked Powers, but it's also been really nice to see Drew integrated into the group more and being included, and especially Kit being the person that brings them together into this new sort of group. I really like the dynamic between Kit and Drusilla, and again I'm really excited to explore it more in the Wicked Powers. I definitely have softened up to Kieran at this point in the book. When I first read Lady Midnight I hated him, and then the second time I read it I felt for him a little bit more, like I wasn't as pissed off about him, and then in my third reread of Lady Midnight and Lord of Shadows, like nah, I still don't like him. And now in Queen of Air and Darkness, I'm like, he has a pretty satisfying redemption arc, and although I definitely don't care for him in the way that I care for many other characters in Queen of Air and Darkness, like, I could tolerate him, he's fine, like, I don't have a problem with him anymore. And I'm actually really excited to see where the rest of his character goes, because I think it's very difficult to foresee at this point. I've also really enjoyed getting to see more of the characters from the Mortal Instruments series, because they're playing like a very central role in the story at this point, and so I love them as adults so much, and I always feel so blessed when they come into scenes because I'm so happy that I get to see them continue to grow. Before I talk about Thule, because like I have to talk about Thule, I will say a few of my theories have come true, which is pretty dang cool. I don't know exactly how they're going to play out in the end because there's still quite a chunk to go, but I'm gonna pat myself on the back for being right. This isn't a spoiler. Cassie has revealed that there is this place called Thule that we go into in the book, and I've completed the section in Thule, and oh my god, a bitch was not ready. Are you making fun of me for repeating myself? Stop it, you're distracting me. I'm gonna mess up more now. Stop! I will say, I think the overarching concept of Thule was like a little cheesy, but there was just so much about it where I could put that aside, and I just loved every second of it. I really can't wait to film my review so I can like talk about this in depth, but I loved Thule. It was so different and so far beyond anything I expected from the story, but it really satisfied me as a reader, and I had so much fun with it. And where I am now, things are about to get very, very intense. I also love seeing Aline and Helen at the Institute and interacting with the rest of Helen's siblings, because Aline's character is just so distinct and she has this really strong abrasive vibe that I love, and it just comes across in a great comedic relief way throughout the story, which I've been loving. So at the point I am in the story when I last stopped, I'm about to start chapters 27, and I just know that things are going to get so intense. You know how the tagline of Queen of Air and Darkness is everything changes? Well, like, I can tell that everything about the Shadowhunter world is going to change forever in this last little chunk of the book, and I'm so scared. I've gone through reading this so excited and so ready to find out what happens. So I'm extremely excited to get back to reading, but I do have a bit of a busy day and rest of the weekend. I have my final day of grad school coming up on Monday, and I have a poster presentation and a final that day, and so I have so much to do, and I don't know when I will get to finishing Queen of Air and Darkness, but I will of course keep you updated. So I drove all the way to school to work on my poster, but I decided I'm gonna read Queen of Air and Darkness instead.
What's this?
So, I just finished Queen of Air and Darkness. So, I finished, it's done, I've read every page of this book. Honestly, I don't even know how to film this last clip because I feel like everything I want to say is on the borderline of spoilery, and I feel like it would just be better to talk about it in my review. What I will say specifically about the end of the book is that I thought it was really great. Things went in a completely different direction than I expected. Like, honestly, if you had any theories about how Queen of Air and Darkness would end and you haven't read it yet, like, throw them out the window. You're never gonna guess where things are gonna go. The Shadowhunter world truly has changed forever. Cassie made a very bold creative choice that I really loved in the end, and I'm just like so blown away by it, and I can't wait to explore it in future books. As for characters, I have to say I'm pretty satisfied with the way that everything wrapped up. Again, it's not what I expected, but it just turned out so well, and I really loved it. I'm only upset by the outcomes of two characters, and I'm just like dying inside because I can't believe things left off this way. I feel like Queen of Air and Darkness is more of a City of Heavenly Fire conclusion compared to a Clockwork Princess conclusion, and I was expecting it to be more of a Clockwork Princess conclusion, but I'm really satisfied with the way everything turned out, if that made any sense at all. The thing that really made me lose my mind, like literally lose my fucking mind at the end, is this epilogue that is only like 5 pages long. It's so short, but like, Oh my god. It was like my throat closed up and my chest got all tight and I couldn't breathe, and it was a lot. It was a lot to process. Literally the first thing I did when I finished Queen of Air and Darkness is I DM'd Cassie and was like, first of all, I finished Queen and it was amazing, but second of all, what are you planning? My heart really can't take it. I don't know how I'm going to survive the upcoming years without the sequel series, which is The Wicked Powers, because yes, we have the Eldest Curses and Chain of Gold and like other things coming out, but it's not a continuation of this story, and I need it so badly. Like, I feel like I've never needed something more from a book in my entire life than I need The Wicked Powers. Oh my god, what am I gonna do? Oh, and I also loved the final short story at the end following Jason Clary. Like, it was so emotional and so full circle, and I just lost it. The one very bizarre thing about my experience reading Queen of Air and Darkness is I did not actually cry once. There were a lot of moments where I came very close. One involved a certain blackthorn, and another was the last final short story from Clary and Jace, because you know they're just my faves. But that was just like really overwhelmed with emotion. Like, my nose started sniffling and I felt it in my chest once again, but like I did not have tears falling from my eyes throughout the entire book, which is very bizarre for me because like I cry hard over some Cassie Clare books. So yeah, Queen of Air and Darkness was amazing. 5 out of 5 stars, as I'm sure you could guess. I honestly just want to reread it all over again. Like, I know I say that every single time, but I'm also like, this is a 900-page book. There's no way I accurately consumed every single thing that is put into this book, and I just feel like I need to read it over and over and over again. Might do that, we'll see. So that really concludes this Queen of Air and Darkness reading vlog. I had an amazing time reading the final installment in the 3rd Shadowhunter series. What the heck? I will have a Queen of Air and Darkness review coming very soon. I gotta get through all these notes, all these book charts, and then write notes about them, and then film and upload, and it'll be a moment, okay? Like, give me some time. So stay tuned for that. If you have finished Queen of Air and Darkness like myself, I would love to hear your thoughts, but please, please, please tag your spoilers, because I don't want to be responsible for people finding out what happens. But I just so desperately need to discuss this book with other people, so let me know your thoughts. But that is it for this reading vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you soon for a new one. Bye!